I'm Courtney Oberhansley, and this is Draw With Me. Many years ago, my mother and I went with our church group from Brussels, Belgium to Israel for 10 days over spring break. So many things I remember about that wonderful country. When we first arrived, we took an old bus from the airport in Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. The windows were down, and what my mother and I loved was this glorious smell of the orange groves. Oh, it was wonderful. We climbed up Mount Temptation. It was very hot, so the climb was hard, but up on the mountain is this monastery just hanging on the mountain. So fascinating. We swam in the Dead Sea, where it's so salty you're really just floating, and you don't want to get that water in your mouth or your eyes. We also swam in the Sea of Galilee. Now that was so fresh. It was a little bit scary because I wasn't that far from the shore, but I wasn't sure I could make it. There was just no buoyancy at all. We also took a boat across the Sea of Galilee to a kibbutz where we had lunch and a tour, and afterwards, on the way back across, a squall blew up. We could see the sand blowing on the other side of the lake and the white caps. It was really something, and very reminiscent of that story in the Bible where a storm blows up very quickly. We walked the Stations of the Cross, visited the Garden of Gethsemane, the Mount of Olives. Just fascinating because we knew that Jesus had walked there so many thousands of years before. Just such a thing to experience for us. Today we're going to draw a picture from the Mount of Olives looking at the old city of Jerusalem. So grab your paper and pen and let's get started. All right, we're going to start over here, and this is going to be a person's head here, but here's the hair. We've always done straight hair before, so this time it's just going to be curly hair. Okay. Now we're going to draw the forehead here, comes in, there's the cheek, comes into the chin. All right, she's looking down, so we're going to put the eyelashes kind of down, and then we're going to put just part of the nose here. Good. Okay, then there's a shoulder here. And we're going to draw, she's looking down at a book, so we're going to go ahead and draw the book here. Now let's see, we're going to draw a line down there, and then it goes across. Now let's go ahead and put the center down here, and this is going to be a little bit foreshortened, which means shortened because it's kind of tilted up. All right, now let's put a hand in here that's holding on to it. So here's the wrist, comes up, there's a thumb here, and the hand, we're going to stop right there a minute because we're going to draw the edge of the book here. Okay, now we're going to show a lot of pages. This might be her Bible that she's reading, so it's quite a large book, thick. All right, over on this side, we're just going to show another thumb right there, holding on to the book. Okay, here we're going to she has her knees up, bent, so you can see the one knee there, her leg here, and she has some pants on, so you kind of see the crease there and down. Okay, good. We'll come back with some detail a little bit later, but for right now, we're going to put an olive tree here, and they are kind of old and craggy and just very interesting looking. So we'll we'll put just a lot of lines in there real quickly. And the leaves are kind of short and spiky, so we'll kind of put them in that way. I'm not going to put a ton of them here, just maybe put a little bit more down here. Okay. All right. Now, let's see, we're going to put another little tree here, and this is going to be very old and twisty. Okay, and I think we'll come back and do some leaves on that a little bit later. All right, so right here is going to be kind of the edge of the hillside that she's sitting on. And back here, we're going to put sort of the tops of trees that are kind of more in the distance. We can just see them over the top of the hillside there. These are more olive trees and some tall Lombardy pines there, and you know, just the tops of them that we can kind of see in the distance. All right, now here we're going to put a straight line across here. Straight. Remember, we don't draw behind or in front of. We try to figure out where it, oh boy, not very straight. Oh well. Okay, now here I want you to draw 2 lines here. Okay, that's going to be a big gate. All right, now here we're going to, okay, it's going to be below that line. So we're going to start a little bit low here, and we're going to be doing some more of those crenellations. If you drew the castle Neuschwanstein with me, we talked about crenellations. Soldiers could stand between there with their arrows. You'll find those on most old castles. Now this is the front of this big gate, also has the crenellations, and we'll put it on the back here as well. Okay, let's continue that wall right there, and maybe we can see it through there. Okay, all right, now let's draw a big, I guess that's more like a rectangle than a square. And here, draw a little line, and we'll do a dome, and a dome here, go out a little bit and down, out a little bit and down, and then here we're just putting in the suggestion of doors, very large doors. Those are sealed shut though. Okay, now back here we are going to be putting in just some more greenery. Actually, there's a big rocky area here, and then just greenery you can see, and then off in the distance we're going to put a line here, and let's see, I'll use that line there. Okay, and 2 slightly shorter lines here. Okay, we're going to draw a sloping line there, and then we'll go straight across here. All right, now we're going to draw a from about here to here, we're going to draw a sort of rounded line, then go up, and then another rounded line that's going to go out a little bit further, and then we're putting a big dome here. Okay, now connect that line, putting some extra lines here, and we'll put some lines here, and we're putting big archways here. This is a big golden dome. This is the Dome of the Rock. All right, now, and let's go ahead and put some leaves on here so we can figure out where the skyline of the city goes. Now, if you look at pictures of Jerusalem, you'll see that I have kind of changed the dimensions here. It's a much longer space between this large gate and the Dome of the Rock, but I'm trying to get most of the features in here. All right, so let's draw the skyline here. Lots of buildings up and down, and some towers, and even some other domes. Some minarets. Church spires. All kinds of things, but okay, that's the city back there. All right, we're also going to draw just a little bit more here of an olive tree. Remember, this is the Mount of Olives, so we do have quite a few olive trees here, and they're just a very interesting tree because they're gnarly and craggy and lots of lines and interesting. Okay. All right, now we're going to put a few more details in here. Her book has kind of a ribbon here, probably a satin ribbon that is a bookmark. And we're going to draw, if it's her Bible, then it probably has the double columns. And this is just to suggest the writing on the page. We're too far away to really see anything, so, and let's put a few more details here in her hair, very curly hair. All right, a few more details on the tree here. Okay, I think that about does it. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Courtney Oberhansley, and follow the Draw With Me, Courtney Oberhansley Facebook page. That's where you can post your drawings. I hope to see them. Thank you, and until next time, bye-bye.